Okay, so I think we're live right now. I usually always have to say this because I don't know if I'm live, like when I click these buttons. But judging by that, I got the notification from my Gmail that I am live, so I think we are live. If that's the case, let me go and check really quickly. Well, I can definitely hear my voice. So I have an interesting setup here, for sure. So I got my iPad here with a Gatekeeper on it, with the Google Earth kind of rendering a Cedar Point. So we got like the whole Gatekeeper coaster here, which I'm gonna be looking at to like go and like get all the supports done, stuff like that. So yeah, I got this nice rendering from the amazing Google Earth. It could be pretty good, definitely. I'm really enjoying actually using Google Earth. It's been very helpful for me so far. And also, what I have here is I actually have my wooden standing that I usually do for my Pokemon streams here, but I have my phone sticking out of it, so I can actually go look at the live chat in the stream because I'm really going to need my iPad to go and actually look at the ride. But I guess for what I'm probably going to be doing in the stream later, I won't really need my iPad, but yeah, but I'm still gonna have it with me just in case. But I guess I can actually have the live stream up, but like when I am actually working on the supports for the ride, which actually is I'm not actually gonna be doing in the beginning of the video. So not sure why I'm actually deciding to have a setup right now. So I guess I can actually have my stream up on my iPad for the time being. Don't really need it up on my phone yet because actually all the stuff I'm gonna be doing at the beginning of the stream doesn't really require for me to look at the ride really. I mean, I guess it kind of does. I'll just go quickly glance at it at some point, but yeah, hey, what's up, guys? It is your boy Luigi Striker back with another roller coaster building stream, and in today's building stream, we're gonna be working on Gatekeeper from Cedar Point. Yes, the wing coaster at the front of the park, like the coaster that you get greeted to when you go to Cedar Point from the front entrance of the park. Yep, this coaster, and I'm gonna tell you some things about this ride, but let me first kind of like tell you what I have in the descriptions right now. So the next coaster I would like to revamp before I start working on more Kings Island coasters, because I remember I looked at my all Kings Island coasters in Minecraft video, and I saw that like I was actually listening to the intro of the video, and I said something like, "Oh yeah, afterwards I'm gonna like after this video I'm gonna try working on the rest of the Kings Island coaster. I need to do as quick as I possibly can." And surprise, I did not do that. Been kind of lazy with the Kings Island coasters. I mean, technically, I've never been lazy with Minecraft coasters. I mean, I took a break from them just like to go play a bunch of other games that I felt like playing at the time. But now I'm back at building Minecraft coasters, and obviously you can see I'm not really being that lazy. Like I'm spending multiple sets of hours like actually changing my coasters in my world. So I'm not being lazy in Minecraft coasters in general. It's just I'm being lazy specifically for Minecraft Kings Island coasters because I'm avoiding them. Because I feel like actually revamping coasters is a little bit easier to do than like making like a full ground up like coaster. And even like the revamping too, it's actually pretty difficult because like pretty much all the revamps I've done like so far recently, like Fear 325 and oh, what's another recent one that I did? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Valraven. Yeah, like so those for like even this goes for too Gatekeeper. Yeah, I've literally like pretty much like the whole layout isn't the same. It's literally like all changed, maybe except like a few blocks here and there. But I think Gatekeeper, yeah, it's been fully changed. Like before, because before like this little area here, yeah, that area right there, it used to be the entranceway, and the logo used to be right there. And what do you know? The logo's not there anymore, and that's not the entranceway anymore. The entranceway has been taken over by the station. And now the logo is obviously over here in a much better pixelated form. Like I used the amazing Minecraft pixelator again to go make this logo here. I make sure I have the right size. So it looks a little weird just because it's small, but I had to like fit it into the space that I had. So I actually had to make sure it was like going down to that size there. And yeah, this whole lift till here thing here, yeah, it's been completely moved over. Like the changing that I had to do for this ride is absurd. And like the ride used to be like in this nice kind of like middle area here, kind of like in between Iron Dragon here. But I moved all the way over like to here. I actually like I know that I'm actually gonna be changing Raptor at some point, so I didn't actually mind destroying it. But yeah, I had to destroy a part of Raptor just to like fit this part of Gatekeeper in here, which is pretty crazy. And also this part in the back here, yeah, it's going over the freaking entranceway for Steel Vengeance Reborn. So Yeah, this revamp has been interfering with some stuff, obviously, and in this video, I'm actually gonna have to be changing this pathway here as well. In fact, because this track here is obviously too close to the pathway, and obviously somebody could, if this was actually in real life and you're like making people walk past this thing, a coaster car could come through and smash you in the face and you'd die, and my park would get a lawsuit, and I probably will not be able to make another coaster again. So we don't want that. So we're gonna have to edit this pathway, and we're gonna have to go and like make it go around and stuff like that. So fun. That's probably actually gonna be the first thing I'm gonna be doing in this video, in fact. And then after that, I'm actually gonna be working on, as you can see, for the ride. The only track on it right now is this little track here in the station that kind of represent like where each of the cars were, like where you load up in each of the cars. And obviously everything else, there's no track at all in this ride. So we're gonna be working on a track after. So yeah, we're gonna be working on the track, and then after we're done with the track, we're gonna, obviously, as you see here, this is the only like extra details that I have, but we got to get those like extra like side like things like to the curve around there, and then like the whole lift hill until like it drops. And also there's a mid section over here as well. So we're gonna work on the extra details out of that. And once we're done with that, all stuff that I did, like for example, like the track and stuff like that, I'll probably go and like light up this whole layout with torches, and then I'll light up like the extra little like details with supports of some torches as well. And so the lighting is done, then we can start working on the supports for this. So I believe that kind of stuff, like all that stuff I just said, it's probably gonna take about 2 hours in the stream, maybe even a little bit longer than that. It really just depends how long the rails are gonna take. Since this is an inverting coaster, the rails could be a little difficult. Usually rails aren't that like hard to do in a coaster anyway, so I believe I'll be fine. Hopefully. Let's hope Luigi Striker will be okay. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be working in this video. Like, after I get those stuff done, I'll be working on supports for the rest of the video for, like, this 4-hour stream that I'll be going for today. So yeah, like I said, so yeah, this layout, I believe I started working on it around, 3, and I believe around, like, give or take, like, around, like, 9 or, like, 10 o'clock-ish, I finally got it done. So I think I estimated that the layout for this video took me around 7 to 8 hours to do. Yeah, you heard me right, 7 to 8 hours. I mean, I know some layouts have taken longer, but for some reason I feel like the time it took to actually like really revamp this thing, like it felt like it was longer, but that was actually like the amount of time that it took. So it was pretty freaking crazy to actually go and change this coaster like fully completely, because like the thing is you have to keep in mind is I had to completely get rid of the old layout, and then I have to go and like completely make a new layout, and then I also have to make sure I make new pathways and stuff like that. I mean, part of it, like I think I was like working on the station probably around 11 o'clock, and I got the station done probably around like midnight-esque. Then I worked on like some of the waiting line and stuff like that, and changing the pathways around, because obviously the pathways were not like this before, so I had to go and do some changes and stuff like that. Luigi Striker's doing all the hard work for you guys here. Yep, that's for certain. So, yep, I just explained that I gotta do all that stuff. Yeah, so, and then after that, so yeah, hopefully I can try getting for these, like, simple, like, easy things, like changing the pathway and, like, getting the rails and the extra details pretty quickly, so I can spend a huge chunk of the stream on building the support, so. And I really wonder how much progress we're going to be getting in this stream for Gatekeeper. But do not get your hopes high of thinking that we might finish on making this coaster stream, because I have a huge prediction that it's probably not going to happen. Just because the supports for this ride, like, they're not like incredibly complicated. It's just they will take a while though, just because like obviously like some of the supports like for this main lift here, you gotta make sure they don't interfere with like these inversions here and stuff, so we gotta be like careful about that. Yeah, sometimes designing the supports are gonna be pretty difficult, but I think I'll be up to the task, and hopefully you guys will be willing to support me along the way for this interesting journey of building Gatekeeper from Cedar Point. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this building stream, and please like and subscribe for more Minecraft coaster videos in the future. I'm amazing channel of awesome content, and put on notifications to never miss a new Minecraft coaster video, because I know you guys love these Minecraft coaster videos. So if you want to make sure you get notified right away when maybe like a new PoE video comes out, make sure to go put them notifications on, because that's definitely the best way you'll get notified for a new Luigi Striker Minecraft coaster video coming out, or any kind of videos on this channel, in fact. You know? Oh yeah. And lastly, another announcement is that the next coaster I am going to be making will be the Bat from Kings Island. And also, I would also like to mention that if you're probably wondering, like, where's Striker? Why don't you actually do it? Make the layout stuff on camera. Come on, man. I want to see you design the layout. Well, be glad you actually didn't see me design the layout for this ride because I'm gonna tell you how annoying this was to actually make. Yeah, Gatekeeper is a pain in the booty to make. I was not expecting Gatekeeper to be so difficult to make. I thought that maybe the layout's only gonna take me around freaking 3 to 4 hours, but it took freaking double that amount of time. Of course, my predictions are wrong. Who on me? Just see my streams lagging a little bit and it's making me a little concerned. So here, let me go tell you the story of how why this was very difficult to go and change. So the curve around here, it wasn't that difficult to make, but changing cause like before the lift hill was probably like around like this area here, and it was like a very tight like lift hill, like it barely like the like track here like just barely misses wilderness run here, and I had, and like if I was really gonna go and expand it out and stuff like that, then this like freaking curve around, I'd probably be going like all the way like over here, something like that, like massively interfering with this little kids coaster here. So what I had to do is I moved it back a couple of blocks, and then I realized that was not gonna be good enough because it was still way too big. So I had to move it back another time, and I think I even had to move it again a fourth time until I finally got to this right position here, making sure a lift hill, and then changing this whole lift hill like part here. This probably took me about 2 to 3 hours to design. Like it, like literally most of my time probably making this layout, a big chunk of it was spent on doing this stupid thing here, and it's still not even that good in my opinion. But just because I don't feel like changing it anymore, and I think it just looks decent enough, I'm not gonna change this again because reason why I said it still doesn't really look that fantastic in my opinion because the loop around here is actually probably supposed to be like around like the top part of like when it's like almost about to go over. So it's supposed to be kind of going more up, and it's supposed to be like more over there. But I kind of like this design though because like the curve around part, like how it looks like in the Google Earth thing and also in real life, like that looks good. Like the long curve down going into the version, that looks good. So that's why I want to keep it like that and not really change much. But I can't really, and I feel like if I try to make it steeper here, it's just gonna make it look worse. So it's gonna look a little like weird, but I still think the structure looks okay though. And then this little up bump here is like where the track's gonna start flipping upside down. So that's why I have like a little bit of a track up there. I actually did that today, just because I forgot about it when I was designing the layout. So yeah, this whole part here was a big pain in the booty. This airtime hill here. Oh yeah, and also like figuring out like how much of a diagonal I really want this like to go across. That was very difficult as well. Eventually took me like at some point where I decided to go with like some freeze and like some twos and then freeze, and eventually like it weaves into just going into like four across like diagonally as you can see here, until it eventually like gets this inversion here where it goes over. And yeah, this inversion here I could have made, because I feel like this definitely could have gone over a little bit more, but just because obviously there's a big coaster here, I mean like I could have probably made this go like all the way like over here or something like that if I wanted to, and that would be really accurate. Just because of the space that I had, I didn't make it this small. At least it actually still looks good. So yeah, and also what I like is this looks a lot better. Like actually, like the pillars you go through in the ride here, and yeah, they probably should be a little bit more spread out. But obviously, like I said, the space that I had is just what I have to do with it. And then this curve around here, like I was like really worried that, oh man, this is gonna take a while. Like this looks super dang complicated. And I apparently forgot to get rid of some stuff there, so let me go get rid of that. There we go. Much better. So yeah, I thought that yeah, this is gonna take a long time to do. I believe this whole part here probably took me around 45 minutes to do, maybe around 30 minutes, but yeah, it kind of made me really annoyed that I'm gonna have to like change this pathway over here too, just because it's kind of interfering with the entranceway for Steel Vengeance Reborn. Really sucks, but hey, what you gonna do, dude? You just gotta go and change things in your park every once in a while. It's kind of like the thing you have to do when you're revamping coasters, you know. But yeah, the pillars, they didn't really take too long to do. This part here actually did not take too long, and this inversion here didn't really take too long. I feel like also probably some of the parts actually took me a little bit longer to do, just because I was getting distracted by YouTube videos when I was doing this, just to keep myself not bored from doing this. Because sometimes, like, when an excruciating long layout building process, you sometimes get bored and you want to watch YouTube videos, but also that makes, like, the building process take a little bit longer, but, yeah, whatever. This curve around here, I had to do, multiple, like, I had to make sure, like, the track was actually going, like, a good, like, amount of, like, it's kind of hard to explain, but like sometimes like it goes down like too short here, so I have to make sure like it actually like I was going like the right distance like outwards, and so eventually got all the way down here, and then like where I liked like this little like down part here. I don't know really how to describe it. I'm bad at describing things how I did it, but I really need to know is just it was complicated and I did it, and I'm amazing. Yada yada yada. Luigi Striker is awesome. Yay. Yeah, something you need to know about Luigi Striker is sometimes he's not the best at explaining things, obviously, as you saw from like what the heck I just was talking about right there. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'm gonna go and start working on this bad boy here. So I got some music prepared for you guys. It's from my awesome favorite not copyright music playlist. I probably do need to add some more music in this playlist at some point, but I don't know when that's gonna be. But for now, whatever music's in here, you're just gonna have to deal with what's gonna be played. And sorry for my dog barking. I don't know why she's barking, but she's being a booty. Being a butthole. This is a little too loud for me. Turn that down. It doesn't need to be that loud. No, it don't have to be that loud. At least I don't think so. Alrighty. So I said I'd be working on the pathway first. Okay. So what I was planning to do for this here is that I'm actually gonna keep this part like that's connecting here, and then it goes like in between Raptor. Yeah, I'm actually gonna keep that part, but what I'm actually gonna change is like, so what I'm gonna do is, so we're gonna completely actually get rid of this whole like pathway here, and we're just gonna like move it over, and maybe have it like connect from like over here, and we're just gonna completely just get rid of this here. That's my plan, at least. Alrighty, let's see. I don't want to do this. Do I have oak friends with me? I do not. But we can do this. Oh yes, magic. Surprised I could actually do pretty good pixel notes. Not too shabby, Luigi Striker. And also, if you do have kind of noticed, I apologize. I'm kind of stuttering when I'm talking and stuff like that. It's just I am actually pretty tired because I was working on this freaking ride until like 1:30 in the morning. I don't know why I decided to stay up that late, but I guess I was really determined to go and get a lot of progress on this ride. So I really apologize. I'm a little bit I'm tired today, so that's why if you hear me kind of stuttering at some points, that's why. I'm just pretty tired today. I only got 6 hours of sleep. I feel like my like the sleep I didn't get in is finally starting like to kick in, like when I have like the lights off and stuff like that. I feel like it's starting to kick in, so it's not fun. It's not fun not getting a lot of sleep. It is fun getting a lot of sleep though, and definitely when summertime rolls around, yeah, that's when I'm gonna be getting tons and tons of sleep. But right now it's January time and it's not summertime, so I'm not probably gonna be getting a lot of sleep, sadly. Yeah, rip me. Alrighty, well that looks good now. So what we do is I can get rid of iron trapdoor. That was for like the loading station, like the little ride operator like area up there. Cause I actually couldn't really put an iron door there like when I was designing it, so I had to use an iron trapdoor. Yup. I can show you what I mean if you don't understand. What am I doing? Oh yeah, we can need a bone meal out. Sometimes Luigi Striker forgets what he's doing. He needs to realize what he's doing again. Oh, but if you want to suggest any music too, the playlist I'm playing music from is in the description. So if you want to find anything in the playlist that you'd like me to play, I can go and play it for you. A way to kind of like interact in the stream, you know. So if you want to suggest anything in the stream, you are definitely more than welcome to. I'm all up for music suggestions. Just don't do too many to because I want to actually still like keep on track of my building, so don't completely like maybe go off the rails and like kind of get distracted and stuff like that. Just suggesting music over and over again. Don't make it like too hectic for me. Got it.
We make it safe, fast, and easy.
Alrighty, let's see. So
you're compensated
yeah, that's
for
a
your
good
time
place.
while you're coming in and donating.
I always hate how we have advertisements after like 2 advertisements after every single freaking like music that I play. It's pretty annoying. It don't make me very happy. These pathways won't take too long. This will take a short amount of time, trust me. I can do pathways pretty quickly. So no worries, guys. Pathways are gonna be pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. So no problemo for me. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll look at that. See, look how quick I'm putting in these commands here. Ain't that amazing? Iron bars. There we go. Yeah, it's not too hard when you use the fill command. You know, I'm not really actually very good at the fill command. I'm not really that good at it. I'm only good at doing square fills or like straight line fills. I don't really know how to do like the fills like where like, for example, like if I don't really know how to explain that. It's like the kind of fills like, for example, if I want to like just fill in like these blocks here, but I don't want to like fill in these grass blocks here. I don't know how to avoid the grass blocks and then make sure to fill everything else. I don't really know how to do those like advanced type of fillings. I just know how to do the square kind of like fillings. Those are the only ones I'm really good at. There's still a lot of commands I can learn to do that probably will help me with my coaster building more and like make things take less longer, but for some reason me stupid butthole is too lazy to go and learn the commands, so yeah, isn't that great? Luigi Striker's excuse for not learning new commands I can help him because he's too lazy. I know, I'm the person with worst excuses ever. Ay ay ay. Ay caramba, Luigi Striker. You need to stop being so lazy sometimes. Maybe there'll be one day I'll go and look up to see if there's any useful commands I can use for building. It's not really like I mean, frankly, the only like very useful like thing I can think of right now is obviously the thing I was just talking about, like doing advanced, learning how like to do actually more like advanced kind of filling. I feel like that would help me out. It would be something like fill the grass replace grass. Interesting. Yeah, because I actually learned about that type of filling before because somebody in my world who doesn't come in my world anymore, at least I haven't seen him in a while, coming on my world, this way to go to the main Cedar Point area, not anymore. That's not the pathway to go there anymore. I've been on this ride before. Yes, I have. I've been on this ride many times. And maybe I can go and look according how many times I predicted I've been on this ride. I have a list of like all the coasters I've been on and like what kind of like my ride count I've ridden them. I have a list. I keep track of the amount of coasters that I ride. I think I've currently rode 137. Let's see. Gatekeeper, I've apparently ridden around 20 times. Or whatever, like whatever block you use. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I've been in Gatekeeper around like 20 times or so. It's a pretty good ride. I really enjoy it. My favorite wing coaster. My favorite wing coaster currently. Because I've only been on 2 wing coasters, X-Flight and Gatekeeper, and I like Gatekeeper more. I love how it's like at the front of the park and like all the elements are really good, like it speeds for the elements nicely, it has good pacing and stuff like that. It's a very smooth ride. I love the logo design. And I just love how it looks like in the front of the park with the light blue and like blue kind of coloring. It looks really nice. I like it a lot. So frankly, I like a lot of Cedar Point coasters. That's why I'm working on kind of revamping them right now. But now I'm going to be stopping my revamping. I'll go back to them later once I'm done with building Kings Island coasters. And I'm pretty worried about the next couple of Kings Island coasters I'm making because they're not going to be easy at all. And the ones that people are most excited for are the ones that are going to be insanely hard for me to make. This is not fun for me. Poor me. What's my favorite Cedar Point ride? This one right here. Not the reborn part under it. The top part of the logo. Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance is my favorite coaster at Cedar Point currently. And it probably is going to be my favorite coaster at Cedar Point forever. It's my favorite coaster of all time as well. my previous favorite coaster was Millennium Force. I don't know, there's just something about that Giga Coaster that I just love so freaking much, and I like when I always just ride it, I always have a blast riding Millennium Force. Such a good ride, but it got dethroned from Steel Vengeance when I rode that one about like over 20 times at this point. Yes, I think probably around 20 times. How much did I calculate for Steel Vengeance? I've calculated 17 rides for Steel Vengeance so far, which actually might be pretty accurate. It's not too bad, yeah, so around 20 rides. Not too shabby. Alright, let's light this up here. Nice. Alright, I think we just finished doing the pathways. Not too shabby. You know, I probably shouldn't have made that iron bars. Yeah, probably. Oopsie. My bad. I didn't notice that. Millennium Forceless. It's not forceless. It is definitely very forceful, like the title says. I mean, it doesn't really give you a lot of G's or anything like that, but I think it's pretty forceful. Especially if you're in front row. Oh, yeah. Jungle fence. That's what it is. I'm not sure why I decided to use jungle fences in this area. It's a little weird, but... It's not the hardest fence design. Some of my fence choices for the pathways are a little weird in my opinion. Jungle fence. Here we go. Just make sure this is not messed up or anything. It's actually connecting. Okay, it's connecting. Good time. There is no airtime. What about the two big, humongous, like, airtime hills there? I mean, I guess they don't really make you go out your seat a whole lot, but that's kind of airtime in a way. Yeah. I mean, if you don't like Millennium Force a whole lot, I won't bug you about it, but it's just one of my favorite coasters. It's one of my favorite coasters in my opinion. I mean, of course, I adore Taffel Dragster and like Maverick, of course. Those rides are also phenomenal. Maverick would be my third favorite coaster of all time, and Taffel Dragster would be my fourth favorite coaster of all time. I have a top 25 list that I made, and I don't really remember it very well. I still have to memorize my own list, whatever I freaking came up with. But at least I know the top 4 because they're all from the same park. Yeah, Maverick definitely does have better airtime than Millennium Force. I think probably the reason why I like Millennium Force so much is just I love the low to the ground moments. That's what I like about it. Love the low to the ground moments. I love how it's like at the side of the beach, so you get like a really good like view, like 300 feet in the air. It's a really good view of the park. The drop is phenomenal. I love the first curve around. The airtime hills are nice, like the curve around and stuff like that. And I also love the part where you're going by the people waiting in the line. That's always fun. And of course, it's even better in front row where you get that full 90 miles per hour of like wind blasting in your face. It's just like it's such an awesome experience in my opinion. There's a lot I love about Millennium Force. And I think the logo and like the station theme to it, even the station design itself, I think that's pretty cool too. Okay, well, I think I got the pathways done. Yeah, I told you guys that was not going to take a whole long. Oh yeah, the tunnels are really great too. I even like I'm telling you, I love these Cedar Point coasters so much that I made Millennium Force Reborn, Taffel Dragster Reborn, and a Steel Vengeance Reborn. Yeah, three of my Reborn coasters in this world are freaking like Cedar Point coasters. The other two is one's just from Six Flags, which is a Joker. I'm not sure why I decided to make a Joker Reborn, but I did, because I'm weird. Yeah, something you need to know about me is that Luigi can be weird with his coaster choices sometimes. I think Kirby's Return to Dreamland music right now. Interesting. Alrighty, well I'm gonna work on the extra detail right now. That's probably not the order I plan to do it in, but whatever, it's the order I'm doing it in now. I'm pretty sure you guys do not care a whole lot. Yo, Jay, are you gonna be checking out Cedar Point for its 150th anniversary? It's having this year. Cedar Point's becoming 150 years old. Or is already 150 years old, possibly. I don't know what month in 1870. Cedar Point was created, but I know it was in 1870 though. It's crazy. 150 years. That's a lot of years. Unfortunately, probably not. Oh, that sucks. Well, I think we're definitely going to check out Cedar Point. I'm also going to be checking out Kings Island too for Orion. Because new Giga Coaster, I gotta check that out. We're probably going to be going to Busch Gardens Williamsburg in 2021 if whatever the frick kind of launching contraption that's going to be 360 feet in the air is actually going to come into fruition. And we're definitely going to have to check that out. Hello, the Blue Lion 9926YT. How you doing? You gonna try to go to Kings Island? Yep. But, you know, you gotta love B&M, man. B&M has made some pretty solid coasters. I mean, they're not as good as the Intamin coasters, in my opinion. I just love Intamin. Intamin would be my second favorite manufacturer. And RMC is my favorite manufacturer, obviously, for the obvious reasons. Because RMC is just so good. RMC is bae. I don't know. I'm kind of debating how far do I want this to go out. Well, what's the halfway mark here? How you doing, Blue Lion? Sorry for not really noticing your presence that much. We know that you're here, though. It's nice that you're here. 15, 14,
What did you
13,
think?
12.
I'll take everything.
Great.
I'll ring you up in 40 minutes when we open again.
Wake up happy. Shop sleep solutions at Bed Bath &
I
Beyond.
think we'll just put it there. I'm just calculating how much I actually want this top part here to go out, because like the inversion's going to be right there, so I'm like contemplating how much I really want that to go out.
At American Signature Furniture, we search the world.
You're going to Busch Gardens Williamsburg on my birthday in July? That's pretty exciting. You see the rumors for that crazy weird thing, then you will love Hershey Park. Yeah, so people, I think they discovered like the blueprints for like a coaster that like Busch Gardens Williamsburg is going to be getting in 2021 after Pantheon, and it's going to be this like weird coaster that launches you up in a back spike, then you go for this curve around, and you go this on probably pretty fast accelerating launch, and you go 360 feet in the air in a twist or something like that, and you go down like the rest of like the layout you just went through, and it's just going to be freaking weird. People are thinking that, oh yeah, this coaster is gonna be something like Red Force or something like that if we are a land, but y'all wrong. wrong. Nothing like Red Force. It's just a freaking weird contraption that Intamin apparently might be coming up with. Might have to go and build. I mean, they're building Pantheon, so I'm probably guessing they're gonna have to go and build that contraption. I'm going to ride Pantheon. Nope. If open, yeah, the new 21 coaster, you heard about that. So your home park is Busch Gardens Williamsburg. A decent home park. I mean, like the SeaWorld chain of like the Busch Gardens park, they're going pretty crazy with coasters right now. Not sure when their crazy shenanigans of building like coasters left and right is gonna stop. But it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon, though. Because like the park, whatever, is getting an icebreaker. I think they're getting another coaster as well. Just like, wow, like what the heck are these SeaWorld chains doing? I guess they're really trying to get their parks to grow in popularity so more people can go to their parks. I think like the SeaWorld chains finally like realizing that, yeah, probably why our parks are slacking is because we need more roller coasters. So let's just start adding coasters to all our SeaWorld chain because, yeah, no, you're Kennywood. Oh, your home park's Kennywood. I mean, you got a freaking awesome coaster recently. Steel Curtain. That's a pretty awesome new coaster for you guys. I've only gotten to ride it once. I'm glad I at least got to ride it at all. So I was like worried I wouldn't even be able to ride it when I visited Kennywood. And I got really lucky. No offense to you, Blue Lion, but I feel bad for you that your home park's Kennywood. I'm sorry, I feel bad for you. Tell you what, it seems kind of sucky in my opinion. I mean, like, Phantom's Revenge and Steel Curtain's phenomenal. I love those two coasters, but the rest of the coasters at the park, I mean, like, Skyrocket's decent. I actually like that coaster. It's not horrible. The wooden coasters are alright. It's crazy. I think one of your coasters, I think Jackrabbit, is like going to be 100 years old or something. That's pretty insane. Yeah, Kennywood's a pretty old park. It's not as old as Cedar Point, but I think it's like it opened in 1914 or something. Forget the exact day. I think it was actually in 18. It's 18 something. It's around. It's a little bit less old than Cedar Point is. But it gets boring over 5 years. Yeah, I feel like if my home park was Kennywood, I probably wouldn't be going to it a whole lot. I like my home park, Six Flags Great America, because obviously the Six Flags chains always add something new to each of their parks, like next year. And like we got a freaking awesome coaster recently called Max Force, and I'm just adoring the coaster. How many times have I ridden Max Force? I think I've ridden it 8 times. Most times in front row, because Max Force is best in front. Yeah, I've ridden Max Force 8 times. Nope, 1899. I knew it was some date in the 18s, but I didn't remember which one. It was sometime in the 19th century. Pretty much at the end of the 19th century. Of course it has long lines. It's the brand newest coaster. When I freaking went there, we got to the line early, so here's my. I've told this story multiple times, so I'm pretty sure you haven't heard it on before. What do you lose an hour wait for you? Seriously? Well, here, let me tell you my experience with this freaking ride. So, no offense, the ride operators at Kennywood are crap. I do not like them at all. They're bad at their job. Because, so literally, like, we got there like early, so we make sure we'll actually be able to ride the thing. But it took them like a whole freaking hour to actually go and let us in to actually get into the ride, which was freaking awful in my opinion. And we also had to wait like another hour for them like to go and start testing the ride and stuff like that until they finally started letting some people on and stuff like that. Like, wouldn't you like test the ride before the freaking park opens like Cedar Point and Six Flags does? Like, seriously? Why don't you have your coasters like open when the freaking park opens? Like, that's freaking retarded in my opinion. And it literally took us like another 30 minutes like to wait into like the station to actually like go and get on like one of the cars to actually go and ride Steel Curtain. And also the even worser fact was there was only one car on the track too, so that made it even take even longer. So in general, even though we got there really early and we were like in like the front, like the humongous line behind us, it still took us 2.5 hours to get on Steel Curtain for just one ride in the front row. Yeah, 2.5 hours. Fun. I don't know why I did not decide to ride that thing again. There, I waited for Exterminator for 5 hours for a 2-minute ride. You waited for that ride for 5 hours? Bro, that's not worth it. That is not worth it, man. For a flippin' Wild Mouse indoor coaster, like the Dark Knight, just better? Ugh, not worth it. Back in a bit, sorry. Okay, that's fine, Jay. Nothing wrong about you taking a little break. You know, has my Steel Vengeance logo over there. I'm hoping I don't have to change that entranceway there. I kind of like the entranceway design I came up with. I think I had to wait around like 45 or so, maybe around an hour for Exterminator. Yeah, that was fun. Like at first I didn't know what actually was was there for that ride, so I was like, oh, what the heck is this in the back here? I was kind of curious. And apparently, I remember like when I went there, like we went there this one day, like where there was really bad rain and stuff like that, and we got to the park finally, but then like we were only there for like around an hour or so until like they decided to close the park early since like nobody was there and they didn't even have the new coaster open. So I think like on the first day we only got 2 rides on Skyrocket since literally it was walk-ons like both times, and then we got 1 ride on Phantom's Revenge. So we literally had really nothing else to do for our day, so we had to like actually take up our day. We were actually going to be driving to Canada because our trip was Cedar Point, Kennywood, and then Canada's Wonderland. So we had to take up that day like when we were actually going to drive to Canada's Wonderland to go and back to Kennywood to go ride Steel Curtain and the other stuff that we missed. Now that we pretty much got on everything we wanted to get on, I believe we finally leave the park around 5:30, and we probably got over to Canada's Wonderland probably around like 1 in the morning or something. So it was a very interesting experience for Kennywood. And apparently, like, that flooding, like, apparently, like, the rain was so bad, it flooded, apparently it flooded a part of, the, whatchamacallit, the exterminator. Yeah, literally part of the building, from what I've heard, it was flooded. I feel like the first entranceway that leads you to, like, more, like, like, a waiting line in the building. Yeah, I believe that area there was flooded. That's how bad the rain was. Which blows my mind. And literally the next day, it didn't even seem wet at all or something like that. So I guess the employees did a good job at cleaning out the water or something. Pretty crazy. I did it because I risked things. Oh, that reminds me of Phantom Revenge being a 4-hour wait. Then before I got on, they closed it. Wow, that is the worst. I think my first time I rode since the whole park was empty because it was so rainy that day. First time I rode, it only took me, it was a walk-on, so I was able to get on the ride pretty damn quickly. But then I think the day actually where there was a wait, it only took me about like 20 or so minutes to get on. It wasn't not that bad. But of course, like when you actually go to a day where actually the park is crowded, and there's like not rain actually affecting like the park and stuff like that. Then usually the lines are a lot longer for sure. Kennywood is an interesting park, that's all I'll say about it. It's definitely a park. If it gets something else really good at some point, then maybe I'll visit it again, but I mostly just visited Kennywood for Phantom's Revenge and Steel Curtain, because Steel Curtain's just some wacky freaking contraption. And we're really glad we got the ride, because Steel Curtain was a phenomenal ride. I loved it. I even put it in my top 25 coaster list that I made. Which I still want to make a video of at some point to tell you guys what are some of my favorite coasters. I kept stopping on the lift hill so they close it. It's like saying 4,000 people that they can't stay at this resort. Oof. Big oof moment from Kennywood. By the way, the music playing right now is actually really good. I love this music. Forgot to mention that. Actually, details looking nice so far. I'm liking it. Expect that music volume going up. It's about to happen right now. Burp. Excuse my bad manners. Sometimes when you gotta burp, you just gotta burp. You gotta let out the burp. Just gotta let it out. Oh, I love that logo over there. It is sick. Gosh, I love pixelators. They're so good. And I feel like nowadays I'm just using the pixelator instead of like trying like design my own logos, just because it's a lot easier to do. Because like literally I could like spend like 2 hours or so to actually try to make the logo as best as I can on my own, or I can just grab the pixelator and just put the photo in there that I want to use. It'll pixelate it for me, and all I have to do is just go and download it in, and it only takes me just about a couple of minutes. Literally, like that logo there, generating it into the game, it only took me about 10 minutes. And actually, the funny thing was, I was trying to get some other photo in, but it wasn't loading into the it wasn't loading in the website. Can you shut up? Shut up! I'm trying to speak, and you're interrupting me. I don't like you. Ah! Well, anyways, yeah. I got distracted too. Darn. somebody disliked my stream. It's a famous one dislike I always get on my streams. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I seem to be in pretty much all my recent streams that I've been doing. There's always just been some random person who disliked it. Probably someone that just doesn't like my channel for some reason, getting the notifications on my video, and then when he sees it on live streaming, he probably just goes and gives it a dislike. And I'm guessing that's pretty much people. Everybody has those kind of people on their channel. It's just like, ugh, don't like this YouTuber. I'm just gonna go and dislike their videos. YouTubers always have those kind of people. You know how it is. Oh, is it gone now? Well, that's nice. That makes me happy. Yay! I mean, it's just one dislike. If I was getting like massive amounts of dislike on my video, then I'd probably get concerned, but dislikes usually don't affect me too much. Just normal YouTubers get dislikes on their videos. It's normal, not everybody's gonna like the stuff that you do on your channel. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, the point I just made is true. It's not like everyone's gonna like your videos. So if there's some people that just don't like your channel, it's just the facts of life. Not everybody's gonna like what you do. The truth has been said. The truth has been said. So what amusement parks have you been to, Blue Line? Obviously, you've been to Kennywood. What other parks have you been to? I always love adding torches on my ride. I don't know. I just like actually like having my ride fully illuminated at night. I think it just makes it look a lot better. That's just my opinion. Yeah, look at that. So good. Okay, let's see. So the straight section here. Let's go and add some extra detail there. Frankly, this is actually supposed to be white. But I guess I'm making it in polished andesite. Because why not? Well, I already started polishing andesite. I guess I'll just keep going up it. I'm too lazy to go and change it all to like smooth quartz. Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Alrighty. Okay. Everything should be okay. I should be able to fit in there, right? Frankly, the design I came up with this area here is a little too close to the track here, but it's the best that I could do. We'll see how this looks, see how close it is. Okay, wow, that's really close actually. I don't like that. I'm not sure I want to change that though. Think. Yeah, I don't know. Kennywood, Cedar Point, Universal Studios Resort, Ocean City, all the parks I said I went to in the last decade. So in the last 10 years or so. Gotcha. It's not a whole lot. I've been to way more parks than that. Yeah, I'm a lucky boy to actually have been able to go to so many amusement parks. I feel really lucky. I really do. Well, let's see how many I can go and list off for you. Before I do that though, let me go and fix this here. Hope it won't be that much of a fix. Yeah, give me some time here, Blue. You're 10 years old, so you don't have a lot. That's fair. Probably also shouldn't be telling your age onto YouTube because you could get because YouTube doesn't like people that are not actually like over for 13 years old on this platform. Pretty sure you know the issue that's going around on YouTube right now. That's just my advice for you. I shouldn't be saying your age on my live streams. But if you'd like to get rid of that message, you can. Or if you'd like to keep it there just to be a rebel, you can. You can do whatever you want, man. Just trying not to make sure your channel gets terminated, because I had a moderator on my channel that he won't be able to come on my streams until May once he turns 13, just because he was 12 and apparently his channel got terminated, which really sucks. Papa is a butthole. I don't want the same thing to be happening to you, man. Yeah, no joke. One of my online friends' channels got terminated because of Kappa. Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. I feel really bad for him. It's not the most fun experience to go get your channel terminated. Nope, not at all. I'm just glad I haven't had to experience that yet. I'd be not very happy at all. There's a lot of videos I have on my channel, and I have pretty much most of my videos downloaded as backups, but not all of them. I would lose some stuff. How does that look? Yeah, sorry, I'm changing up my layout a little bit just because I don't like how close that is to the inversion there. Go. That looks okay. He got banned on Mixer for that reason. Really, is Mixer also having age restrictions? I've never really been on Mixer, but I've heard of Mixer before because I watched a game theory of how like Mixer is kind of relying on Ninja for their I think making money on their platform or something. I don't know. Wow, that blows, man. Yeah, frankly, getting banned from any kind of like a big website like this just because of your age, I think is just kind of stupid. It's not kind of stupid; it is very stupid. But you gotta be safe about this stuff. You can't really. The sad fact is that we can't fight against the government. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's probably not gonna go well. You have to obey the You have to obey the laws, even if you don't like them. Laws are sucker. It's not even that law in the sexual support detail.